Alright, so we're going to go enjoy some time in the woods. We might bump into the river. It really depends on how much of the way of brush there is. I don't feel like busting through brush yet after yesterday, because all I did yesterday was bust through brush. And the time I got back here, I was tired. So, we're basically just going that way, which is north. The Highway 19 is that way. So we might bump into the river. It depends on how much trouble it is. I'm not going fishing or nothing. We're just going for a walk. Might have lunch in the woods. There won't be no fires or nothing like that. We just want to go that way. So let's go this way. I'm going to kind of come over here because I don't want to end up on that property. We took a walk over there not too long ago on that deal when I took a walk. But there's some buildings over there. And that belongs to some kind of department, which so is the sling. And I've kind of been over here and kind of haven't. I do have my compass with me, of course. So if I feel like I'm getting off course, I just dig it out like I did yesterday. Make sure I don't get ran over. Now I looked on Google Maps. There's actually nothing down there. Or this way. That way would be east. So we're going to go in here. These pine trees are supposed to be slash pine trees. I read somewhere they're not poisonous for the pine tea, and I, then again, been told they are, so we're leaving those alone. The only brush I got is down here. And we got snow thorns on it. Let me get through here. I'm going to try not to say a whole lot, or at least not too loud. Maybe we won't scare the wildlife off. Right now, I just want to get through here. I'm going to get back with you guys so I can crawl over this. Yeah, we had vines and whatnot underneath my feet. Most of it had thorns on it. I didn't want to trip. Let's go here. We're probably going to have to go back this way a little. I already see signs of that one thing. So let's go back here a little. So now we're going west. Yeah, I haven't even seen pine cones. Looks like I found a wasp's nest, which in Florida you have to be careful. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Have to be careful. Yeah, we don't want to run into that. So, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's, you guys see that wider, nice part of the building. So I kind of went away from that. So we're going to go this way a little bit. I've been out here before, once. Just kind of fooling around. And I like being in pine forest. But these are the wrong kind of pine trees. They're supposed to be slash pine trees. As you can see, it's got the... Let's see if I can take two of these off. It's got two on one thing here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And I'm hearing two different things. I read two different things. They're not good for you. This is usually used... Someone says they grow fast. And it's meant for paper products, so... Anyhows. Well, this is interesting. Get things like that. I looked up slash pine. It does kind of resemble slash pine. But this is a long leaf here as far as slash pine is concerned. Now, I read somewhere that ponderosa pine trees are toxic. I had done this, but then I turned around and read it's toxic for pregnant women. If you're pregnant, I don't care what kind of pine tree it is, don't mess with it. If you're breastfeeding, same way. Same thing, just don't mess with it. I've also read somewhere too much is not a good thing, which is most of everything. Just kind of, see, I keep on running flat areas like this. So we're pretty close to the edge of this, but I'm gonna keep going this way. I'm not worried about anybody being out here. I got enough brush hiding me that I'm just not worried about it. I don't like being up against buildings. I guess we can go west of this a little bit more. The weather this morning, it was misting. So I got the bright idea, because near the shop a whole bunch of this weed that catches fire real easy, a spark, which I didn't catch with spark easy by lighter. To bring some of that in there with me last night so it'd stay dry, because I was expecting the rain or the mist. It wasn't really rain. It need rain. But anyhows, I thought I was going to have to wait to drink coffee. It's nice and clear now. It sure the heck wasn't last night. There's the sun. Always a good thing to see around here, even though they do really need the rain. Yeah, the road's right here. It leads up to that over there. So I'm going to get away, a little bit away from it some more. This here will catch a spark too, but I imagine, well, I don't imagine because I tried it. It caught a spark and it just went out just like that, so it's a flash thinner there. Which this stuff here, if you don't have a whole bunch of this, is a horrible example, but it's got some on it. If you don't have enough of it, there would be a flash tender. Let's just keep going this way though. Trying to really see, we're still up against it. That's alright. We'll just keep going. Alright. So I don't bore you guys half to death this walk. I'm going to go ahead and turn you off, and I'll get back with you. We're in a different spot because everything's kind of looking the same here. Alright, so we're still going this direction, north. You'll hear traffic. There's roads all over the place through here. If we keep going this way, we'll end up in open field eventually. We're about to go through a whole bunch of this stuff here. All that golden looking stuff. Like I'm about to be up to my chest in it. Tall. Almost an open field here. Watch where I'm stepping here. I kind of went through an area already. There was thorns and vines underneath my feet. Didn't have you guys with me for that one. That was the second time I ran into that. That's one thing about Florida, is all the dang vines and stuff you go through, even on the ground. Got things like that. Got a little bit of green on that bush. And then you run into something like this. Tom Ritter sent me something. It's supposed to be some kind of fruit. But it's still winter time, even though it's warm here. So some of the stuff I wouldn't mind finding on that video that Tom sent me, I'll share it with you guys too. I'll put it on the post part of YouTube. We'll go from down here and something over there. I need to be careful here, I don't want to run into nobody. Let's check this out. I've seen some. Look at that. I don't see none of those red berry things, but go figure. That's kind of a cool find. Anyways, I'm just going to keep going this way. And as I make more progress towards the river, we might just bump into it. I know there's a field. It depends on how deep it is. I'm not wanting to bust brushes all day. Check that out. I'm hearing a chainsaw. I think that's what I'm hearing. And it's coming back from that direction. Highway 19's just right here. I done checked my compass once, so we're definitely going north. Yeah, I had no idea what this is. These are all nice and shiny. Look at that. I bet you springtime's alive with stuff. So the hearing a chainsaw is kind of concerning. I'm not sure how much further back we're going. I know they're over there and I'm over here. I already haven't seen nothing. And again, this is what I'm running into underneath my feet. Right hand, be careful when I'm walking. I already untied both my shoes once. Even in a bow knot, these things don't want to stay tied. Especially with underbrush. This thing here is completely dead. Alright, I'll get back with you when I make more progress. And now we're in an open field. There's two open fields before you get to the river. So we're going to kind of step out here carefully. That's 19 right there, the highway. I'm not too worried about the highway. But yeah. So we're not going to play around, we're just going to come through here. And as you can see, this is all mowed, so that's something. That over there is part of the electric. I was to a tow hill in this land. I just don't remember the name to them. I think I said it in one of my videos during the walk. Got a hose here. I'm pretty sure it could be usable, but I don't know. Not that worried about it. I feel funny not talking to you guys, but I'm really wanting to see wildlife. That'd be a good place to set a snare. I don't see no tracks though. Kind of makes me wonder why I don't see no tracks. Deer scat or deer poop. Taking a picture of you guys what I'm doing. Well, so far the brush back this way hasn't been that bad. I take the path of least resistance, so I'm not going for them. I'm just going to go over here. We kind of have a feel. We're getting hung up that again. I gotta be careful. This might be a second open field. No, because highway's over there, so it's an open field, but it's not the open field. You can definitely get the road from there, or to the road that leads to that. I'm gonna go through this way. That's nothing but one big mess here. I see woods like that, I stay out of it. Ripping in clothing yourself, whatever gear you got. I mean, the backpack I have is good, but sometimes that external frame get hung up with things. I'll get back with you. I apparently got something stabbed in my ankle here. Probably a thorn. That's what it was, it's a thorn. Not a good place to sit and have lunch. I'm not one to sit on the ground because I can't sit Indian style. I just cannot get comfortable sitting on the ground. I got my pad with me, of course. I just can't get comfortable sitting on the ground. Like that tree stumps around or something. Or a down log. Hoping. Got some brush here. We'll go back this way. What time is it? 1 o'clock. And here we go with these thorns again. I mean, every bit of that's covered with thorns. So that seems to be the only brush I'm having to really deal with, is what's on the ground. Not like yesterday, the few times I've been near the river, which I have a feeling when I get closer to the river, we're going to be dealing with it. Which, if it gets to be too much, I'm not going to do it. Not today, anyways. It's one of these places where having a machete will come in handy. Alright. Yeah. More thorns. Trying to get out of it. I'm going to bust a little bit of brush. If it gets to be too thick, I'm not going to be doing it. I've cooked a few of these expected ants, and I still nothing. It looks like it could be anthill, but there's nothing in it. Ooh, hey, yeah, look at that. Look at that. You see them? Yeah, close I can get you so you can see them. Look at that. I guess there is one big anthill. It's Florida, even winter time here. You're gonna get to see the creepy crawlies. I've been noticing here lately that people are calling insects animals. Animals are warm-blooded. Insects not so much. Another thing, spiders are not insects. I forget exactly what they're called, but they're not insects. But here lately, people are like, watch out for the animals, the bugs, I saw a video where some guy ran into something like a bug and he called it an animal. I'm like, that ain't no animal. Whole bunch of palm right here. Well, really not palm tree. This isn't palm tree here. This is something else. Yeah, Tom sent me a video. Tom Ritter. They grow some kind of fruit. Trying to take a picture. I hit the wrong button twice. There. Alright. So I've kind of got myself hung up. I said I want to bust the brush, but I'm kind of wanting to get to that area. So I'll get back with you guys. Check that out. So yeah. Be good temporary shelters. Nothing you really want to dig into. And try to use it for shelter, I wouldn't think. But let's say the wind's coming from this direction. You got weather. This might protect you from that wind. And from some other weather. So yeah, and you get that fire right in front. So we're still going this way. It's getting kind of swampy. Not here at this time of the year. Especially northern Florida. That the alligators are pretty much dormant, so I haven't ran into no alligators because of it. Keep on to run into one so I can take a picture of it, but at a distance, mind you, it's kind of like running into a bear. Yeah, it's starting to get muddy and swampy through here. I imagine this flood's real easy like. But as you can see there that. Yeah, see moisture coming up to there. We might not hang out in this area at all. If I can just get to the next part without sinking. Let's get over there. Let me get out of this. Hopefully it'll be a little bit friendlier towards walking. Oh crap. Yeah, I sunk there. As you can see, a little bit better. Man, definitely, I think I'm zoomed in. Every time I turn this thing off, I gotta readjust how close you guys are. Is there zoomed in too much or not zoomed in enough? So yeah. Okay, there's definitely water right there. I think I'd find a nice log so and have lunch in here, but not be able to. Yeah, it would flood real easy right here. You can see the animal tracks. Even they had a problem. Trying to really not. Yeah, I'm not going no further. That's what I'm thinking. Let's get back here. That's as far as we're going. I don't think I can walk across this. I have to worry about sinking. It looks like it'd be good to sit on and have lunch. That log right there, but I'm not seeing. We're gonna walk this way. We're gonna see if we can get around this. Really be careful here. Holy mackerel. Yeah. You guys heard that or not? Okay, we're getting out of this. I'm trying to go back that way, see if I can get out. It's getting worse. You can see where I sunk. Alright, well, this feels like solid ground. Tell you what, I'll get back with you guys when I make more progress. We're still trying to go that way, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. We'll stop and have lunch eventually. Alright, so I found a good place to have lunch at. I'm telling you right now, if you get one of these, this thing is not meant for outside. The legs don't adjust nothing. It's meant to sit on top of the desk in a flat area. I've had a couple arguments with it. It's a cheaply made phone stand. But it is lightweight. I'm trying to show you the name on it. B-O-W-E-R. Yeah, B-O-W-E-R, Bauer. Got the thing at Walmart. Didn't cost too much. But I'm here to tell you, I wish the legs adjusted. If it adjusts, I wouldn't have to worry about falling over. But anyways, I'll get back with you and we'll have lunch. Alright. So, I didn't really bring much for lunch. Just a couple bologna sandwiches here wrapped in foil. I have Ziploc bags, they're all being used. Another one I had to throw away. I got tuna up in it, so that my way. Vines with Old Man Beer attached to it. I will warn you right now, and I already knew this, but when it comes to Old Man Beer, it's great for red bugs, basically chiggers. Not something you want to get yourself involved with. I got some behind me, as you can see, but I'm not that worried about it. It's just something to be aware of. Like I knew that when I was laying in the side to lay down, I found a whole bunch of Old Man's beer. Anyhow, we're almost to the river. I saw the highway and the guardrail's just right there, so we're almost to the river. So I think we'll keep on going. I saw a car pass by. Yeah. So the guardrail's right there. The river's that way. So I'm on the bus with some brush to get to it. So we'll just go ahead and get by the river and see how low it is this way. On the west side, I'll be quite honest, that bus with so much brush, and by the time I got back to the road, I was tired. I was ready to get rid of the haversack because I had too much in it. I'll admit to that. It was better to have a backpack for that kind of a trip. Plus my haversack's giving up on me. I'll show you that here in a minute. I'm really going to hate losing this thing. I might see if I can find someone that knows how to sew, especially on canvas. But where my handle's at, there's a big old hole. I'm afraid it's going to break off me. And then I won't have a haversack. It is pretty through here though. Old Man's Beer is hanging off the trees. Wildlife uses it. I was just taking off those trees that were in the shop because it will weigh down the trees if it will hurt your trees. So if you got it in your yard, it's starting to warm up. When I went outside this morning, now I admit I didn't get straight up. My alarm usually goes off at 5:30. I might lay there for another 30 minutes, but I didn't this time. I didn't get out till like 8. It was daylight. Starting to get daylight at 7:30 here, but not really getting dark until, I'd say after 6. I started getting dark earlier, but I don't know. Florida's kind of a strange state. Not sure what time it's getting dark in other parts of the world. As you can see, I'm not wearing much. And though we're supposed to dip in the 20s here in the next few nights, 30s and 20s. That's during nighttime, then lower 60s during daytime. Which I've gotten used to the warmth, and I can see it getting chilly. I don't get cold. I'm not dressing for Antarctica and know it being 60s. There's people there that do that heavy coat and everything. I saw that in Southern California in the desert. Where I was in a t-shirt and jeans and I was fine. I think I had a long sleeve shirt too. And these people were looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm looking at them like they're crazy because they're dressed like they're in a freaking Antarctica. So I think it's just their bodies get used to the warmth. And when it gets cold, it feels like it's freezing. And this is a very humid state. Of course, every southern part of the United States is going to be humid. I know Alabama could be humid. Louisiana could be humid. I've been over there. That was something else. I've only been in Louisiana like once or twice in my life. I really haven't been since. Rains a lot there. That's the reason why I really haven't been there since. I don't mind rain, but when it starts to rain over there, don't stop. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this and I'll get back with you guys. I'm gonna get that stick off me. Did you see that? And here's everything that I have in my haversack. I have a separate video on this. My survival kit, my pouch, my foraging pouch, battery charger, riding poncho with my Ridgeline attached to it, gloves, knife sharpener for my SAK, and my multi-tool, which is actually in here, my saw, some cordage, my pot, and that's part of my navigation kit. I have the compass inside my pocket here. Let me get it. There we go. Got my jacket pocket so I can just get to it without having to dig for my haversack. My haversack, of course, water. And water attached to the haversack with that clip. That clip's a handy thing to have. But anyways, highway's right there. I can see the guardrail, so we're pretty close to the river. So I'll get back with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and bust through this. Hopefully I don't bust too much, because I'm not seeing another way around it. It's the wall. This palm stuff. We're not a tree. Palm trees, actually, you look, that's where you get the hard palm. There's a palm tree. These are something else. But the hard palm comes from the palm tree. And there's a certain way you can forage the palm. But that's too big, I can tell you that much. I'm hoping Mike takes me out here soon, teaches me how to forage it. I do know it's going to be labor. It's going to be a lot of work to forage one. I kind of watched the video a few times about it, and it's labor intensive. That's the word I'm after. But anyways, I'm going to bust through this, and I'll get back with you guys. So before we leave here, I told you guys I wanted to show you this. As you can see. So I need to find someone that knows how to sew or something. They need to patch it up for me. I've had this haversack for like forever. And I'm going to miss it when it goes. It's been my favorite haversack of all the gear I've had. If I do get a new one, they have a new design one that actually has another pocket in it. I'll get that one. I have to check it out on YouTube if anyone's done any reviews on it. But anyways, I'll get back to you when I get through that. This isn't the river, but I do remember this. Because there's the road with the guardrail. I had to work my way around it. Because when I came off the guardrail, I came off on that side instead of coming over there and just crawling over the railing. And if I had had my compass with me that day, I would have been lost. So yeah, Make sure you carry a compass in your kit. Know how to use it. Mine's a little bit off a little bit. But it's only by a little bit. I think there's a way to fix it, but I'll have to get back to the shop and mess with it. I try to mess with it out here, but as long as I'm in my general direction, I'm alright. So, guardrail's right there. Kind of hoping to take you guys with me, but this is getting worse as far as brush is concerned. I keep on running stuff like this. I mean, check that out. I have no idea what it is. No leaves, no nothing. I don't know if it's... That might be this. But anyhow, I'm gonna have to do some figuring how I'm gonna get through all this. Get back with you. Check that out. That's kind of cool. Zoom in on here. It's like in the ground there, and it's attached to this. Damn. To that down tree right there. It's kind of neat though. But anyways, I'm not gonna lie. We are gonna crop on the highway and go back home like that, or at least I am. First, I'm not determined I want to see this river. Which is exactly what we're doing. We find a little bit more clear spot so we can see it. The river's just right there. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find a clearer spot. Take pictures and show you guys too. Alright, here we are. That way's west, that way's east. That way's north, that way's south. The reason I know is because I know which way this highway runs. Highway 19. I'll get back with you. I'm going to sit here for a few. Still got plenty of time. I'm going to take the road going back to the shop. And if I see anything, we'll try to get it on the phone here. So I'll be back with you guys. So I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it looks like the animals go here. I've been kind of just looking at it, and they get a drink of water. This keeps on going. But I'm not seeing nothing on their side. I just realized where I pulled out that green, that's where I went fishing at, over here. And this is like the east side of the bridge where the river's at. So I'm gonna go a little bit further east, because so far to getting through has been kind of easy, now that I kind of know my way around. And we'll go from there. Get back with you guys. Cattail fluff. I'm gonna take it back to shop. I want to try something. to get something else. This can be kind of difficult sliding your belt sometimes. It's so pressed up against there. I'll get back with you. I'm going to try sliding my belt. Alright. Get it? There. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be. That's a cattail root. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know nothing about cattail. I know you can get fluff off there. I know something around here if you keep on peeling's edible. But this root, I was expecting this root to be hard and squishy. So I don't know. I'm wanting to collect because I'm wanting to try eating it. I mean, it's just squishy though. I kind of feel the hardness inside here, but this whole thing, I don't know. I never dealt with cattail root and it being squishy. Mostly I never pulled cattail root up before. The whole thing is just squishy. You guys know anything about cattail that's ever done this before? Get back with me, please. I don't know what this is. Alright. So that one with the squishy root, it was all brown. This is green, and this is what I was looking for too. It's this stuff right here. We're going to keep peeling it. Is what we're going to do. But this here is supposed to be edible. Supposed to taste something like celery. I've already been peeling on it. I'm going to peel on this part a little. There's sound, of course. I'm going to just try a little here. I don't know if it's supposed to be that tough or not. It tastes kind of like celery. Try again. If that's the part you're supposed to be eating on, it does taste like celery. But I'll be quite honest with you, I can't do nothing. It feels like I'm trying to pull my teeth. It's fibrous. This might be more winter time, more of a springtime type thing with that. I'm not gonna mess with it no more. It's just too fibrous. The root system though, all that brown that's coming up easy, the green stuff I keep on breaking up the root. I didn't bring a shovel with. That is something I'm interested in trying. I'll be right back. This stupid siren. Alright, forgive the background noise. I am close to the highway after all. I mean, we're out in the woods, but it's close to the road woods. So I'm gonna climb up on something. I'm gonna take a look around. When I get up there, I'll get back with you guys. But we collect cattail. Something I want to try at the shop. And I'll take you guys along for the journey on the next video for that one. I don't know if you guys hear that bird or not. There we go. I'll show you where I climbed up. It wasn't difficult to get over. Not exactly right there, but somewhere in there. And I came back this direction. And basically I'm just here now. It's a beautiful area, it really is. Alright folks, my battery's starting to get up on me. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to take the road going back to the shop instead of busting through the brush again. Which I didn't have to bust through too much. You guys pretty much know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, of course. Hit that, well first, subscribe, please. Hit that notification bell. Go ahead and leave me a comment. I do appreciate the comments. You all learn off each other. Another thing we can do is share the video out, of course. And I'll try to remember to do the same thing. I'm out of here, folks. I do appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.